We was at Black Shalom.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about it. The class is live now. Hey, Shalom. How about Shalom? Shah Brakadon. So I'm a brother. Shalom. Yahweh Shamar. Allah by Shalom. Shah to all my sisters. All right. It's I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis. U.K. no cowards, of course. Today's the Brotherhood class, which is a very, very great class. You want to stay in tune. You want to make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this content. And if y'all could take a moment to share the content on Facebook and all over social media, if you could. Take the time to do that real quick. All right, let me see here. Boom, okay. All right. And today's topic mainly is going to be about, of course, you know, we are going to go back to the fundamentals of being a brother or brotherhood and what is required in the action of brotherhood. You know what I mean? And I'm going to break all that down as far as what I'm speaking about. The most important thing is about forgiving another brother or a sister and why that's so important and how that can bring down the crime rate in your own city. See what I'm saying? Now y'all see, we ain't hearing too many stories about niggas killing niggas right now.
Right.
It's the enemy that's killing us. See what I'm saying? You see out there, El Paso, 22 more people who's the Mexicans, the Israelites.
So, yeah,
Go ahead.
26 of our brothers got killed and
Right.
40 others were wounded.
Right, exactly. And it's not going to stop, right? You know what I mean? My rib just sent me something about Missouri, how they finna shoot up some more Walmarts coming up. And I seen a picture of somewhere else down south where they wrote a date as far as what's gonna happen. And after they shoot up this place, they're gonna kill themselves. You know what I mean? These devils right now, they are on the hunt. You see what I'm saying? And this is the time for us to wake up, because part of brotherhood, you know, really has a lot to do with changing ourselves. Because if we are in order, you know what I mean, the Most High is on our side, or better yet, we are on the side of the Most High.
Right.
We are not, you know, against him, and he's not against us if we do what he says to do. And you know, it's not so complex. Like this Bible, it's not hard to perceive the knowledge and understanding. That brother and that sister, you know, must want to change their life around in order to see what is right in front of them. You know what I mean? And I pray that Black and Hispanic people see what's going on around, and that wakes them up. You know what I mean? Because I know what woke me up when I was a young man, in the truth. Coming in, seeing everything happening, I'm just like, this is absolutely beyond me.
Right. Right.
I ain't trying to be the one on the t-shirt.
Right.
I want to know, how can we fix this? I said, I got to fix myself. And then I got to do the work of the Lord. And work until Yahushua comes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So y'all shared it?
All
right, so like I'm still sharing it right now. Bear with me. And that's really important, you know what I mean? You might hear me say similar things every class, but you gotta understand that people have a short attention span. So you tell a person, like, you know, don't touch the stove. You tell a child, don't touch the stove. Sometimes you gotta tell them more than once. See what I'm saying? So they don't touch the stove, right? Because if you tell them once, they might not take you as serious. They might not have the discretion, the diligence. Is it vigilance?
Diligent.
Huh?
Diligent.
No. It's not diligence. It's, I believe, to be vigilant. Vigilant means to be aware. You see what I'm saying? A child sometimes don't know what is danger. You have to be the one to tell them. And the children of Israel, of course, are children. You know what I mean? Those that's in the world don't know better. There are some people that don't know that certain things are unlawful until you bring it to their attention. Everybody don't know that pork is bad. They just think it's food. But once again, what is swine according to the Bible? What was the purpose of a pig? Go ahead up.
It was abomination.
It was abomination, but what was the purpose of a pig on a farm?
To eat the trash.
To eat the trash. So in other words, that was an animal garbage disposal.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's an animal, but it's not food. See what I'm saying? Everything that looks good is not good for you.
Right.
That's why the Most High said that it was unlawful to eat. And what is another word for unlawful?
Sin.
Huh?
Sin.
It's sin, but a pig is unlawful, which means what? It's another word that's similar to unlawful.
Prohibited.
Huh?
Prohibited.
Another word for unlawful.
Yeah, another word for unlawful is very similar.
Illegal.
Huh?
Illegal.
Illegal, nah. Hey, I know why you said that too. No sweat. Nah, unclean.
Unclean kind.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Unclean. That's what we want to stay away from. And the behavior that's going on in the Black community is very, it's unbrotherly. See what I'm saying? You hear the UN? Inside of that, it's unbrotherly, it's unlawful what we do to each other.
Right.
That's why we get punished. And we don't have no respect for each other. We don't love each other because we love other people. That's why we suffer and treat each other like trash. You know what I mean? And it makes so much sense. Like how General Muhammad said, we don't have love for each other because we give it to another people. We give everything to them. Even our love, our soul, everything. And that still is not enough for white people. After 400 years, we believe that white people have a change of heart. And they showing us that we have been the same since the beginning. Talking about Genesis. Go ahead.
It's like you kind of go with part of what you were saying too. I was talking with the sister earlier, and we were talking about when the Israelites was in Egypt, when Moses came to them and they were having seen the brutality from the Egyptians to the Israelites, and he ended up killing the Egyptian.
Right.
And then also the next day after having that had happened, he came and he broke up the Israelites, fighting amongst themselves as well. And they're like, "Well, are you gonna kill us like you did the Egyptians?" Where
I remember that. You're right.
they viewed him like he was the enemy too.
Right.
With the slavery being police brutality being black on black crime.
Right. Right.
Slavery.
Right. And that's a good point that you made. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, we all got a job to do. We have to work on our brotherhood. See what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be times where you're gonna make mistakes within, learning how to be a brother, learning how to be a sister. Some people get offended. See what I'm saying? Offended, I should say. A lot of people don't agree. People bump heads. You know what I mean? But the importance of all that is coming back together and learning how to grow from that. If you can't grow from that, you're weak. You're weak as hell. That's why it's very important that, another thing is the scripture about how we have to treat every brother and sister with respect. See what I'm saying? Treat them a certain way. Like, for example, although we know that Christian pastors are disgusting, by you telling them their faults is you giving them love and respect. Because if you are a respected person and you know the filth that they are doing to you and your people, you don't love that brother. You just going with the flow. And some people go with the flow. You shouldn't do that. See what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what your name is and what your reputation is. If you are doing something, dishonorable towards me or my people, my brothers and sisters, I will say something about it. See what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how you feel, how you think, because that shows that I love and care about that man and about that woman. See what I'm saying? And that's what separates us from everybody else. The morality of everything that we have, the standards, the respect, the masculinity that we have. You see what I'm saying? It takes a man to do that. Everybody can't do that. That's why niggas go behind closed doors and whisper. And you sitting there like, huh? He said, I didn't say nothing. You see what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? You on the phone, they talking, you know what I mean? But the phone's on mute. They ain't talking to you direct. It's a disconnection. You see what I'm saying? No one's being upfront to you. And that's what we need. We need someone to open up their mouth when it's a great opportunity too. Damn, I just saw a scripture like that too. It's like it says something about don't hold your mouth in an opportunity or something. Damn, I think it's in Apocrypha. Oh wait, I would destroy the whole classroom with that one. But you get the point. You know what I mean? It's funny because, you know, I naturally talk the way, you know, how we teach. And I talk to brothers and sisters in the world a lot. You know, whether it be at the bus stop, on the job, or anything like that. And they get so surprised, you know what I mean? Like, I find myself saying, like, you know, a sister tell me a story, and I slip out and say, yeah, that's that horror shit. It's like it. That sounds like a horror to me. And, you know what I mean? Sometimes they get offended. Sometimes they like, well, you know, it ain't no kind of, you know, that's it. You are a whore. You sound like a whore. You match the description. I can look in the Bible and see what a description of your so-called queen is. And I can see your face in here. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's a lot, y'all, but a lot of times, like, they don't think it's horseshit until you tell them. Like, it's the young lady at my slavery. She kind of liked me or whatever. And she was just telling me about her little trip. She went to go celebrate her sister's birthday and all that. And they went to the club and all that.
Right.
Dancing, and she was like, dude was just throwing money at him and shit. And I told her, like, damn, you still doing that horse shit? And the look on her face, she was like so surprised.
Yeah.
And like I was just like, yeah, that's horse shit. She was like, what's so horse about it? I'm like, you shaking ass and they throwing money at you. That's horse shit.
Right.
And she just, I don't know, she just be surprised by some of the things that I be saying. It's like it catches her off guard.
I know, yeah.
And
I go through it all the time.
Like, yeah, that's. I'm like, how would you feel if your daughter grew up and she go come on like, oh, mama, I was dancing in the club and they was just shoving dollars on my ass. I'm like, that's how I look at the whole situation.
Right.
But they used to niggas that condone it and think it's okay, or compliment it, and they think that's cool or whatever. And for me, be like, no, that's horseshit. It just, her face was one blank for a second. Like.
And that's good. That's good. And she should, you know, be offended by that. She should feel some type of way because that's the truth. And those things can change people. You know what I mean? You giving somebody a check and can change them. Their whole demeanor, their whole attitude, their whole perception, and the way that they move or thought about the situation. And they like, you know what? I won't do that anymore. I'm gonna move forward. Since that person told me this, you told me that, I'm just gonna move forward. You know what I mean? When someone tells you stop being weak, you gotta stop being weak. So you gotta be strong. You know what I mean? So that as simple as that. Yeah, you know, this is at slavery was telling me something about you know, she had a sugar daddy or something like that. And I'm just like, that's absolutely terrible. I said that opened up doors for human trafficking, molestation, rape, and you know, just demons, period. I mean, you being killed, you being in a horrible situation. And she laughed and shit like that. I'm like, that shit ain't funny. It's lucky, excuse my language, like that's not funny. You know what I mean? Like you putting yourself in jeopardy, but maybe you want that. Maybe that's what you're asking for. Go ahead.
People's mind, they think it's funny. They laugh like it's somebody else. It's not gonna happen to them. But that's what everybody thought. Nobody thought it was ever gonna be that.
There you go. A lot of these people on the internet that's, you know, doing this dating website stuff. A lot of those children are being killed, are being terrorized, and these are children being attacked by predators, grown men, or sometimes even grown women. I mean, goddamn, there's stories about grown women learning children and doing horrible things to them. Some about sugar daddy, like, you know, no, you know, everything was safe or everything like that. I just got some money from him. But I'm sure he wanted more than just that. How old was you again? She told me she was 17. I'm just like, you are disgusting. And I'm like, first of all, why are you telling me this? You want me to correct you, don't you? You want me just to correct you on your filthiness. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot. I talked to this like a 13-year-old recently who was telling me that they was in a situation with somebody who was like 20.
You say what?
13-year-old boy who was in a situation with someone who was 20-year-old woman.
Well, damn. There you go. And that can happen. You know, and that can happen. And women are predators too. They can be. They can be. But it's always usually, they say men. But women can be predators as well. But long story short, that goes off the topic real quick. I want to get into the importance of brotherhood, right? And what's important is that we have to correct each other and correct our mistakes. You know, how can we say that we have some type of love for each other, some type of respect, if we don't know what that is? That's why I said the fundamentals from the way beginning of the class, because we have to learn, and we always got to keep this. We always got to, remember the protocol of how things should be done, and it's all in the Bible. So, Christ made a great example out of many people through those check-ins with the Sadducees and Pharisees. You know what I'm saying? Because Sadducees and Pharisees, they were trying to hurt Christ. They wasn't trying to, help the man. They was trying to get him killed. They had a horrible, wicked-ass spirit on them. You see what I'm saying? And that's, like you said, that's your modern-day Christians, pastors and politicians. You know what I mean? So I want to go ahead and get let me see. Actually, first, if you could, I want you to drop that real quick. Yeah, Romans 13:8. Romans 13:8 is where we should go first. I had a little set order, but I decided to change it based on what we just said. And if y'all got any questions or concerns, make sure that y'all ask y'all questions. All right? Let me see here. All right, Most High Christ. I see you got students in the class today. Okay? One second. Everybody that's watching, make sure that you like, subscribe, and you share the content, all right? Go ahead.
Come. The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no man anything.
Do what?
Owe no man anything, but to love one another.
But to what?
Love one another.
So owe no man anything, but to do what?
Love one another.
That's what you have to do. That's something that you have to give to another brother. You have to give him love. Now, what is love? A lot of people don't know what love is. I can tell you what it's not. Can someone tell me what love is?
Yeah, keeping the commandments.
Keeping laws, statutes, commandments, that ties into it. What else can be an action? It's like I said, love is action. So give me another example of what love can be. Well, go ahead.
You treating your brother like you want to be treated.
Right, and that's in the right way, in the righteous aspect. So I'm saying, because some people would like to get treated horrible because they've been treated horrible. You know what I'm saying? So they want to inflict pain because they getting pain inflicted on them. You know what I mean? So that's right. What's another one? Give me something else out. Kabah.
Like how you said earlier, like forgiving your brother.
Forgiving your brother. See what I'm saying? That's a true act of brotherhood and sisterhood. There's a lot of sisters. I really want to touch on sisters for a second because I saw some not too long ago that was just so nasty and disgusting. You know what I mean? It's so petty. And a lot of times our wrath, our anger and envy towards each other is small as hell. And it's just idiotic and very childish. You know what I mean? Like it's like behind the anger, it's always something silly and stupid that can be solved with something so simple that it can change your life. Give me an example of sisters being silly behind something that can cause destruction and within a relationship. What? Gossiping. And where can gossiping lead to? Give me a picture that I can see in reality today.
So gossip can lead to like it can end a brotherhood or a sisterhood. It can turn people into your enemies, turn each other away from each other.
Right, right. But if you could just give me like a situation.
Like as far as like a woman situation?
Yeah, a woman or a man. Yep.
Like sitting back talking about another person, like that person hair ain't this or shoes ain't
okay,
that.
Okay, I'll help you out. So gossiping is the action, right? So that that starts, right? But how can it destroy the relationship? Like give me something that we see today. So you got the gossiping, right? But what can the gossiping cause? What chain reaction can happen from that? They said all the bullshit, right? They said everything that they want to say. But what happens next?
Conflict happens next. Fighting.
Yeah. Something else?
Hatred towards one another.
Okay. Something that says action. Go ahead.
I mean, it can lead to death and everything too.
It can lead to death, and I'll give you a story. Yeah, I know about that story. How two sisters were, and this is recent. It's like last month. Last month. Two sisters in Alabama. No, they're not real sisters, but you know what I mean. There was two sisters in Alabama that was gossiping. So I believe over the internet, right? And one of them was pregnant and lost her baby because someone shot a gun and it killed her baby. And the sister that lost her baby that was pregnant ended up in jail and charged. How crazy is that? See what I'm saying? All because of gossiping. And why the hell is you pregnant fighting in the first place? That shows you that her mind is not in the right place, that whole situation is out of order because now you lost your child. First of all, if you're pregnant, you shouldn't want to put your baby in danger because anything can happen. Just one simple punch can ruin something in your, ruin your child. It can happen like that. You know what I mean? That's so stupid, man. A lot of times, gossiping can lead to someone really murdering you. You know what I mean? What's the saying about niggas that's in fear? Because they say niggas that's in fear kill people. So give me a situation like, I'll say bullying. See what I'm saying? Most kids, they will either kill themselves or they will kill and hurt that person. But it's not always just that one person or a couple of people. It's the innocent people in the process. Like gossiping can cause a chain reaction to where other people can get affected, and that's also in the scriptures too. That's in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 28th chapter, which we are going to get into. You know what I mean? It could cause the venom to spread. It's what the word in the Bible says, venom. It's toxic. See what I'm saying? So go ahead and read that one more time, Mark.
Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no man anything.
Owe no man anything.
But to love one another.
But to love one another. Instead of you gossiping, show some love. Show some respect. Put some respect on your brother's name and your sister. If you see something that's wrong or out of order, what you should do instead of talking to everybody else, talk to him about it. Because this concerns him, not everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
For he that loveth another has fulfilled the law.
One more time.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
And he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. That's how you know that this brother right here, based on his conduct, the way that he carries himself, this man is a lawful man, meaning he keeps the law and he fulfills it, which is absolutely wonderful and beautiful. This man loves niggas. He loves his sisters. He's not out there in the strip clubs, you know what I mean, Captain Sabo. He's not in the strip clubs complimenting women on their whoredom. That sounds so stupid and homosexual to me. You over there like, oh, you such a queen. Get off the pole, queen. Come on, queen, get off the pole, girl. Like, get off, man. Like, you down there crying to get this woman off of there. You see what I'm saying? You better correct her. You better not call her a queen, because I think the word queen is worse than saying bitch. You wanna know why? Because queen is powerful and destructive. Meaning, like, you call this sister a prostitute when you thinking that you picking her up. You filling her head up. And it's so funny because that word clean, like, it really, like that definition is, right, it's on point. The actions, you remember when we talked about the haughty spirit or the haughty looks with the eyelids about a woman in Apocrypha? When I hear people say, yeah, that's my queen right here, it's my Nubian goddess and all that. First of all, I wouldn't want to be with a woman that considers herself a goddess because that means that she's over me. See what I'm saying? Like and a lot of women think that has something to do with fear, like, oh, you just don't want a woman to tell you anything. A woman can't tell me anything. You know what I'm saying? My sister, she's a weaker vessel. At the end of the day, when things fall down, she needs someone to help her. You know what I mean? Women have a tendency of panicking, and they need security and reassurance. A man can give that. A woman can't give that to a man. She's a helpmeet. And that's why Christ had the order set. That's why Christ had the order set. When you look at it in Timothy, see what I'm saying? It's set right in order. Who's the head over who, and how the order is. Because when that order is in place, that's when everything is in order. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with bossing anybody around. You know what I mean? Everybody should be humble. Every woman should be humble underneath a strong man who has real knowledge and truth, who has instruction. Meanwhile, you listen to these niggas that ain't got nothing spiritually. Nothing. They can have all the cars, clothes, whatever that your eye may desire, but these men don't have what these men have in the Y.A.H.K, which is a soul, a spirit. You know what I'm saying? A sense of love for real sisters. Because we would never tell our sisters to do anything wrong. We would not, as men, tell each other, anything that's out of line, out of order. See what I'm saying? If I give you an order, I will give you an order that I will follow. I would never give a man or a woman an order that I will not follow. Because I'll be wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? I tell you, yeah, you should eat pork sometimes. It's okay. That's what Christians say. We ain't Christians. You don't want to compromise for that. You see what I'm saying? You want to be the one who has the mentality to subdue that. You want to overcome that. All right? But you get where I'm going. So, no gossiping, no doing anything wrong to anybody that is kin to you, that shares the same blood as you. And one more thing, for Black and Hispanic, for Black people, actually everybody, for Black and Hispanic people that hate each other, this is for you. You have the responsibility. You are supposed to love each other. And you're supposed to show that love every day, all the time. See what I'm saying? Hispanics hate Hispanics. Blacks hate Blacks. Natives hate natives. And all three of us, we all hate each other. That's why we don't look at ourselves as a nation, as a government, as a body, but we are somehow separatist people. We are individuals, and it just doesn't make sense. Every man for their own soul and for their own self, which is disgusting, and that's selfish. See what I'm saying? If I don't consider my own family, which you are my own family by blood, then how the hell can I say that we are people? That you my nigga if I don't consider the rest of the niggas over here? You see what I'm saying? What the hell's going on? Doesn't make any sense. That's why we show love to everybody. That is our blood. When I say everybody, I mean every Israelite. Just in case they try to slip me up or something, you know what I mean? Because we ain't teaching what these Christians are teaching. Go ahead.
Don't you think, like, just baseline, most of the people do not know that, like, most of the Native Americans do not know that Hispanics are from the same peoples. Like, most Black people, if you say that, if you talk about Hispanics being from the same nation as us, they wouldn't know what the hell we're talking about.
Exactly. You got to give them proof. I mean, it's so crazy because the proof is everywhere. It's really like, it's like in your face. You remember watching a lecture in person? Man, watching Captain Kapazal's lecture in person, like I saw certain things that I've never learned yet. and just sitting there admiring what he was teaching and just seeing it in some of the books and in the records in the Bible. It was just right there. It was like, God damn. It's like I felt stupid. I'm just like, this is amazing. Go ahead.
Kind. And even before that, like, to sit back and just think about everything, like, man, we all in the same neighborhood together.
We all in the same neighborhood.
We all went through the same slavery together. We all got hung from the same trees together. Like, it's been in our face for so long, but we've been so blind to the fact that it has you wondering, like, damn, all this time my brother been sitting here, and we've been sitting here fighting with my brother all this time, and we've been going through the same struggle together. And we so stuck on colorism.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And that's the main thing. We stuck on colorism because niggas think just because you got brown skin, you are African or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the main thing. Is the colorism aspect of the whole situation got us so confused in the head. Right.
Right. You know, the whole saying about what is it? That, you know, if you ain't got no melanin, we ain't related. If that's the case, I mean, I guess I would be related to an East Indian.
Right.
I would even consider a Chinese family then. How about that? See what I'm saying? But they always say the white man. They say, you know, we all bleed red and all that. Even animals bleed red.
Right.
I just killed a damn centipede in my house yesterday. That motherfucker bled red too. Am I related to that too? See what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop being idiots and stupid. We gotta stop listening to lies that are being fed to us. You see what I'm saying? We have to have a brain,
right,
a conscience. You see what I'm saying? We have to really think about what is real and what is not real. You know what I mean? I tell you what, everybody thinking that they are the same people is garbage.
Right.
When these mass shootings happen, that's out the window. See what I'm saying? When these white people are in fear of their life somehow all the time, and you happen to be number one casualty, you see what I'm saying? A body bag for the white man, you can throw that shit in the trash. You know what I mean? That ain't my brother, man. And another thing is too, true brotherhood is we don't fight. We're not supposed to fight each other. You got some people out there that believe, like, you know, yeah, you know, that's my brother, that's my sister, man. We fight sometimes, you know, we bump heads and blah, blah, blah. It should never be like that. That's not real love. You should want to strive to keep the peace between each other. See what I'm saying? You should not fight each other. If love is supposed to be like that, then Christ would never say what he said to us. Love one another. He said love one another. He didn't say fight sometimes and love each other sometimes. He said love one another. That's what he said. And that makes sense, right?
Okay.
Right. Keep going on that.
Verse 9. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
You stop right there. Let me see. Get John 8:1. I'm trying to get through all these scriptures because y'all know I'm long-winded over here. You see what I'm saying? I'm long-winded. My voice never dies.
Book of John, chapter 8, verse 1. YAHANNA went unto the Mount of Olives. Verse 2. And early in the morning he came again into the temple.
That's right.
And all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. Verse 3. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery.
Stop right there. So YAHANNA went to the Mount of Olives, to this place, and sat down, and these people were amongst them. And when these people were amongst them, the scribes and Pharisees came to present him this woman who had committed a sin. See what I'm saying? Keep going, which was adultery. And everybody knows what adultery is, right? If you could somebody explain what adultery is.
When when a man sleep with another a married woman's when a man sleep with a married woman.
Okay, no sweat.
So
no, it's all good. Got tongue tied. See what I'm saying? So it's when a man has unlawful sex, meaning in a sense where he is having sex with somebody else's wife.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Or a woman having sex with someone that's not her husband.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Ain't no multiple rides around here.
Right. See
what I'm saying? When you get one ride, that's it for the rest of your life.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You gotta stick with it. Salaki. All right. Salaki. Read it one more time. The part her being called mad.
And the scribes and Pharisees seeing, most likely, and the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery.
Master, this woman was taken in adultery. Keep going.
In the very act.
Meaning she got caught having sex with somebody else's husband that was not hers. So she, what they say in the world, cheated on her husband.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Now she really whored on her husband. She chose another man that was not hers. She chose a man that was not hers, I should say. Keep going. You want to say something?
I said a question about that.
Go ahead.
Would technically in that situation, would she and the person that she slept with both get put to death?
They both should have got put to death. You're right. But it's funny how they grabbed her, right? And that's why this is so important. I'm gonna break it down.
Verse 4. They said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what says thou?
Start right there. So the scribes and Pharisees have presented this woman who sinned against her husband, adultery, and brought her up into to where Yahushua was. And they asked him a question like, look, we know what the law says about Moses, right? We know what the law of Moses says. But what do you think? What do you say? And why do you think they asked that question? Kabad.
They were trying to track, basically having them stumble over what the truth was, and then
I need one word.
They was trying to see was he gonna put it to death? Was he gonna keep the commandment?
Okay, yeah. They was really trying to catch him up. Was they were trying to cut him. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. They was pretty much trying to see would he go up against the law of Moses.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now keep going.
Verse 6. This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him.
Wait, say that. Go back. Say that one more time.
This they said, tempting him.
What does that mean? When it says that they tempted him, what does that mean?
They was trying him, basically.
They was trying him. They were trying to see if he was going to mess up or say the wrong thing.
Right.
They was trying his hand. You ever heard that before? You know what I mean? Don't try my hand.
Right.
Or don't tempt me. I mean, don't try me.
Don't try me.
Go ahead.
It sounded like they was kind of like baiting him.
Come. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They, and every time the Sadducees and Pharisees did this, they always got confounded and cut. So keep going.
Come. That they might have to accuse him.
Accuse who? Accuse who?
Christ.
Keep going.
But Jesus swooped down and with his finger wrote in the ground, as though he heard them not.
As though he heard them not. So Yahushua is sitting down in the ground, playing in the ground like this. You see a kid playing in the dirt, and they just in their own little world. He's just like, he ain't paying no attention, no mind. He's like, I hear you, but I don't hear you. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 7. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her.
And that is one wonderful cut, man. He confounded the hell out of them. He said, whoever does what? One more time.
He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her.
So before you decide to cast this stone, make sure that you're perfect. Are you perfect enough to throw the stone at this woman? He confounded everybody. And once again, where was the nigga that was pounding her? Where he at? He blowing her brains out. Where is the nigga that was just tired fire?
So that should backfire don't know real quick. Cause now they looking stupid as hell. Like,
right, because they was trying to get her killed. But at the same time, they was trying to see what Yahushua was going to do. They were trying to tempt him. They was trying to find any reason to blame him. Go ahead.
So they was as if he wasn't gonna say like he was gonna tell them not to follow the law or something.
Right.
You know?
You see what I'm saying?
Like it's slacking. If they would have been perfect, he basically told them, stone her then. Right. If you was perfect, you could stone her. But y'all ain't right y'allself, but then y'all sitting here trying to get her killed. Right,
and actually he elaborates on that. Go ahead.
Kind.
And once you go down, once I tell you to stop, what verse you at?
8.
So yeah, once I tell you to stop, I want you to go back to the verse when it says that that she sinned. Okay, in a second. Keep going.
And again he swooped down and wrote in the ground. Verse 9. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the oldest, even to the last.
So by Christ saying, if you are without sin, cast the first stone. They was convicted because they knew that they was wrong. There was a bunch of sinners. You see what I'm saying? You know what it says in the Bible when it talks about how there's behind trees eating swine's flesh? You see what I'm saying? They was sinning over there, man. They knew they was wrong. They was just trying to find an opportunity against Christ. See what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers?
Right. Where are your accusers? Where are the people that told and said that you had committed adultery? Where are they? Keep going.
Have no man condemned thee?
Keep going.
Verse 11. She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Say it one more time.
Go and sin no more.
And you can't tell me that wasn't love, man. Because what you see right there, actually, I don't want you to go back. I'll just tell you. The fact that he said that, what else does that show? It shows love, but I want another word that happened right there. Because she didn't get stoned, what happened?
He forgave her. He showed her some compassion.
He showed her some compassion, some mercy. Better yet, that was his judgment. Judgment is not always you're going to get penalized for something. Your judgment can be mercy. That makes sense, right? And that's what happened to that sister. Go ahead.
So like
to that woman. Go ahead.
So like it's just like today we would call it like instead of going to jail, you got probation.
Probation. That's some sense of mercy. You see what I'm saying? That's some sense of mercy. You know what I mean? That was the judgment. The judgment was, look, you're not going to get killed today, but sin no more. And that's the same thing today with the grace period of time that we have. The fact that the Most High gave us time, my nigga, and Black and Hispanic people don't do well with time sometimes. They late. You're late on the rent. You're late on the car note. You're late to work. You're late everywhere on your dates. You see what I'm saying? You get late all the time. But when it comes to the grace period of time that we have from the Lord, the grace from the Most High, we must take this seriously. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you see when you read that scripture. The judgment, the mercy, the compassion. He gave her an opportunity to live versus dying. And in the midst of that, that spoke volumes because it condemned everybody. So when Christ told them, see what I'm saying, whoever without sin cast the first stone, that was him saying, you guys don't sin no more. And that's it. That's powerful. You see what I'm saying? All right, what I want you to get now is Ecclesiasticus, an Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 28:1. And if you brothers ever been, one second, hold your point. If you brothers ever been to councils, you will see, examples of judgment, what a person might do to you or say to you. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, it's just kind of something what you said, like he did everybody at the same time.
He did everybody at the same. He cut everybody at the same time. And I believe if the brother, if you stayed there, you still there? Actually, it's somewhere in there. I believe later down the line, it says something about how the Sadducees, the Pharisees didn't come to him no more after that. I believe that was the cut. It's because the Sadducees, the Pharisees came to him many times, right? The scribes. But I believe that was the last time they tried Yahushua. Oh my goodness, I want to stop that. I do not want to hear that name. I haven't saw him either. Him and Vocab Malone. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus Apocrypha 28:1. Most would take time. It's a big book too. Yeah, I mean that's one of the greatest cuts in history, man. Goddamn. Shalom, Shabbat. All right, so go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 28, verse 1. He that vengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord.
One more time.
He that vengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord.
That's right. So if you decide to take it upon yourself to do some evil is going to happen to you. You want to seek opportunity to get over on that person that got over on you, and you do it in a wicked manner, something bad is going to happen to you. Sometimes people get robbed. Man, you took an L. You know why? You left your door open. Your window was wide open. You see what I'm saying? You was flashing all your materialistic things all over the internet. I mean, everybody, that opened up the doors for people to rob you, to maybe even kill you. You see what I'm saying? All right? But since it happened to you, now you want to go rob the niggas that you really don't know who robbed you. But when you find out a name or two, you want to go kill them. See what I'm saying? For example, let me think of a story. Somebody give me a story of that scripture, like an example. It's one I want to talk about, but it doesn't hit home. Give me a situation where a person will do vengeance on someone that did vengeance to them. I gave one example for the most part. Go ahead.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson had somebody break into his place. It's still his memorabilia. And then he ended up going and stealing his own memorabilia back from the person who stole him.
Oh yeah.
He would have been bumped out and sent away.
Okay, that's right. That's right, Khan. Okay. Khan. So someone stole something from him and he went to go steal it back.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you steal something that's yours?
I don't know.
I mean, but I guess. I mean that's light. But I mean, well, it's not. Yeah, but at the whole time, the whole time he got locked up, right? That's terrible.
So
go ahead.
like from what he was just saying about the old lady, is it because he was wicked as hell? That's why that happened. Like you say, how can you steal your own stuff back?
Right.
But by him being wicked as hell, that was a judgment from the Lord.
It was because the Most High was not with him. Because if the Most High was with you, you see what I'm saying? That situation would have been different. Go ahead.
So somebody do break up in your crib and steal your shit. This is the stuff. It's best just to take the L. Is what you're saying?
Not necessarily. If you are the man of the house and you want to protect that house, and someone, is trying to try you, break into your house, you have the right to protect your house.
It's like, I'm not talking about like, of course, if somebody working in the house while I'm in there, it's different. But I was like, say for I'm at work, I come home, my house vandalized.
Okay, come. And you know,
a month or two later, I find out who did it.
Yeah.
Is it best not to pursue it, or just take the L, or should I try to get vengeance? That's what I'm saying. Like,
you don't want to try to get vengeance. What you want to do? A lot of people might not like this answer. You're gonna have to make a police report. If you know who the person is, you're gonna have to make a description, and you have the Lord take care of them. And actually, it doesn't say it here. But yeah, that's what you got to do. If someone commits a crime against you, you got to go the lawful way. And if the Lord is with you, the Most High will get their ass. Go ahead.
So basically, that's gonna take it upon your own hands to go seek
vengeance.
Judges on my
right.
Basically, what you're saying is like don't seek your own hands to go get justice for yourself. Do it the righteous way. Basically.
That's right. That's correct. You're damn right. So, you want to say something? Go ahead. There you go. Yeah, I know you're talking about time. That's right. I believe I read that in this class before. You see what I'm saying? So, like for example, someone robs your house and you don't know who it is right now, but you keep telling yourself, when I find out, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna beat him up. You want to stump them out, do whatever, right? You want to get the police involved. Because what happens is if you go over there and beat them and kill them, you get sent to jail. How many times do we see that? Years later, people kill someone that hurt them years ago. And the person that kills them ends up in jail, right? And then they say, why'd you do it? Well, because, when I was 10 years old, my parents abused me. So now I'm abusing them. That's why they're in the nursing home and they're getting abused. That's why they're in the hospital. Somehow, my mama legs stopped working. She got bruises. I think her husband is beating her. Somehow, my dad he fell down the stairs and cracked his head. Now he's dead. What happened? The kid killed him. And they are going to get punished for that. You see what I'm saying? If someone kills your family member, now you want to go kill their family member. Because you lost one, so they need to lose one. The Most High is not in the midst of that. He is against you. If you seek out vengeance, see what I'm saying? And it will always fail. Trust me, it will always fail. Maybe you succeeded at killing that person or hurting that person, but something's going to happen to you. See what I'm saying? You thought that you did something hurting that person. Now something's going to happen to you, and the Lord is going to be against you. That's why niggas get years in life. You see what I'm saying? They get life, they get years, they get a double sentence. And you wanna know what's so great? Not great, but you wanna know what's so crazy and mind-blowing about a double sentence? Am I saying that right? A double sentence? I found out the reason why they call it a double sentence is because when you die, you come back in the regeneration, you're gonna end up in the same place. Why do you think the slave tactics survived for so long? They never changed. The way that the white man orchestrates everything in America is the same from back in the Roman Empire. Every captivity, and it's so mind-blowing when you realize that. Go ahead.
So what you're saying is, you know how sometimes they be sentencing these niggas to 200, 300 years?
Yeah, like niggas don't live that long.
So they're basically saying, just in case you come back in your next life, you gonna mess up again, and you gonna be right back here, basically.
Come. And I mean, ain't it crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's definitely crazy. That's why they call it a double sentence,
Wow.
because they look at you like you're gonna be back. You're gonna come back. I'll fix your bed up for you. I'll make sure that I got your cell number, your jumpsuit ready for you, because you will be back. That's how they look at Black and Hispanic people in the jail system. You're not gonna make it out in the world. You're not getting high right now in jail, but when you go back out, you will get high again. You see what I'm saying? Ain't that deep? Yeah, keep going on that though.
Come.
You guys should read from the top.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 28, verse 1. He that vengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord, and he will surely keep his sin in remembrance.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Go ahead up.
The Lord not gonna forget what you did, basically.
Right.
You seeking vengeance, you're gonna get vengeance, and the Lord is not gonna forget what you did.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So for example, if I'm supposed to be righteous, like I say I am, right? And I'm not, and I'm supposed to be keeping the law, but I'm showing that I'm not keeping the law because I'm doing evil. I'm disrespecting my brothers, my sisters. I'm being evil. You see what I'm saying? Out of strife, anger, and stuff like that. I'm doing things on purpose. And I'm not really trying to get them to be upset or offended. Then the Most High is going to show me. He's going to bring back his, my sins. You know what I mean? Like for example, like it's kind of like, I don't want to say blackmail. You know what I mean? But it's like you doing evil. You trying to judge this person. Maybe you should be judged.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You doing this evil because he did evil to you. What makes you better? See what I'm saying? That's where the discipline comes in, where you have to go the right way about this situation. Now, there's going to be opportunities where the Most High is going to be with you because you are doing the right thing. So try to break into your house, you better, the angels better be protecting that nigga that came in your house. See what I'm saying? Anybody that comes in that house. Because the Lord is on your side, not their side. They don't know who house they broke into. See what I'm saying? They broke into a place that is holy, a place that is protected and safe. Because the Most High has angels watching you day and night when you sleep, when your wife is at the bus stop, when your child is at the daycare center. See what I'm saying? You are protected. But that person that comes into your house, into your space, it just might be shalom for them. They might not see light again, and it can happen like that. When people try to come up against us at camp, I feel bad for them because I'm like, you don't want to try it. You just don't. I done seen people get knocked out. You see what I'm saying? People that have heart attacks. People then got arrested, beat up by police. Goddamn. You don't want to come up against us. We are not Christians. And also, people get confounded. Anytime I.U.I.C. or any fake Israelite group or anybody that think they got knowledge comes up against the school, they get shamed and shunned. See what I'm saying? I remember the video when GMS, dude, they was getting grilled so bad. Dude took off from the fake little garment and walked off. I'm like, damn. I'm like, he took it off and walked off like, yeah, I can't be a part of this group anymore. After what he just experienced, he took it off and walked off like, yeah, I can't. I am not with these dudes. I am not with them. Who mans is these? You see what I'm saying? I ain't with these folks, man. Keep going on that.
Verse 2. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee.
Now that's what's powerful. And that's what's very hard to do because people are prideful. And people don't want to buckle down. They don't want to feel the sense of I'm wrong. And that person's right. You see what I'm saying? It takes a very great man or woman to say, I'm sorry, Salaki. I was wrong and you was right. See what I'm saying? Like some people cannot say it. They can't put it into words. It's very hard for them to say. It's like a knot in their throat. It's too difficult. And here we break all that. We break all that pride, all that sense of you think you're a man because you ain't got to say sorry, but you point the fingers. Somehow you're the victim when you're the one that caused the damage. You know what I'm saying? The blood is all over this man's hands, that woman's hands, but then again, you're the one that's wrong. Maybe it's you. And how do we know? Counsel. You know what I mean? We have counsels in here that, you know, everything comes out. When everything comes out, the judge judges the matter at the end. And we see who's right, who's wrong. But it's not about who wins the battle, who loses the battle. It's about what is going to happen from here. Are we going to be brothers after this council? Are we going to be sisters after this council? See what I'm saying? Are we going to be husband and wife after this council? Are we going to be stronger or are we going to get weaker? Which one is it going to be? And that's what's important. You have to forgive, man. Someone might bust, your baby mom might bust your window out. Somehow you so easy to forgive her. But niggas can't forgive somebody stepping on their shoes. Can't forgive a nigga looking at them all crazy. It's like a whole look means like, yeah, I'm trying to kill that nigga. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salaki, though, like me growing up, that was a big struggle with me because I was that nigga to hold the grudge for months. Like you messed over me or did something wrong me somewhere somehow. Like I wasn't not all the time without, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight you or nothing like that. But as far as like forgiving you and moving on, it always been a struggle with me with that. Like I'm talking about I would go months without even talking to you, not even acknowledging you. And like my father always used to tell me, like, dude, you still on that? Like,
yeah,
it's a month ago.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, whatever. I'm still pissed off about the whole situation, but that always been a struggle with me for forgiving or getting over it. You know what I mean? Like it's been a struggle with me. I always had to deal with that. Like
no sweat.
Lately I've been more forgiving because I've been learning more or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Coming to class and I've been learning more and I've been giving my love to my people, so I have been forgiving them more.
Right.
But back then, you did something to me, it'll be months before I even talk to you.
Right, or it could be worse.
Or it could be worse. We could be out here fighting and shooting at each other.
Right.
So
you see what I'm saying? And that's why you in here though. And understand that it will be tested. Your brotherhood will be tested, your loyalty will be tested, your faith in the Most High will be tested as well. That's why you got to build that up. Like I said earlier, you got to work on the brotherhood, right? See what I'm saying? You got to perfect it to where it's a shield. It's not something that can be easily broken. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you might get into a heated argument or situation with a brother, but you have to remember your training, what you've been taught. You have to apply it in that situation. Maybe that brother or sister might react the same way, but you being a man of the Lord, you know what you're supposed to do. See what I'm saying? You know how to escalate the situation. Not cause it to be worse, but try to keep it calm and cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because now, like the things that people do that back then I used to hold grudges. Now they don't bother me no more. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Now I understand why, you know what I'm saying, people act the way they act and do the things that they do. And I see it coming now too, now that I, you know what I'm saying, learning or whatever. I see it and I stop before you even get that far, you know what I mean? And I show them some love. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, you see it coming, you see a person about to be just on some bull, and you see it coming, you just stop it before you even get there.
Right.
Yeah, that just comes with, you know what I'm saying, coming to class and learning, you know what I'm saying?
Discipline, right.
Yeah.
Exactly, you know, because honestly, I just say personally that I saw a time where you was like, what? You like, you almost said, nigga, like, what? And then you have to take yourself back, like, you know, it's like, it's not even that serious. Exactly. See what I'm saying? So I know it's working. And, you know, I mean, ain't you in your 30s, right? And it took this long. That's how you know that the I.S.U.P.K you know, the way that we teach and the way that we live this lifestyle so perfectly shows that this is real and not fake. Once again, this separates us from everybody else. I've never found true brotherhood but in Y.A.H.A.N.N.A. I can't find it anywhere else, and I won't be looking anywhere else. See what I'm saying? All right. So keep going on that.
Come. Forgive thy neighbor for the hurt he hath done unto thee. So shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest.
Now everybody knows that, because we know that the Most High don't listen to prayers. I mean, the Most High don't listen to sinners. Right? I ain't worried about that. So we know that the Most High don't listen to sinners, right? But when you are doing things lawful, you are doing right by the Most High. You're doing right by your brother and by your sister. See what I'm saying? The Most High is going to see that, and He's not going to remember your sins. See what I'm saying? He's going to see the work that you're doing. He's going to be with you versus against you. How you know that, you know, when bad stuff starts to happen to you, the Most High ain't with you sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you out here doing wicked things and you getting hit left and right by the Most High, you wondering like, hey, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Maybe it's because you are sinning. You have to judge the matter. Some things can happen to you and you could be doing the work of the Lord. That could be for your discipline, for your faith, for your loyalty. You know what I mean? For example, I'll give you a great example. The greatest story in the Bible is, one of the greatest stories in the Bible is when Christ told Peter what he was going to do. He was going to deny him 3 times, right? See what I'm saying? And Peter's like, nah, you know, I'm down, I'm with you, I'm loyal. And what happened? When they were trying to take Christ away, you know what I mean? And, you know, yeah, when they took him away, stuff like that, Peter did what? He denied Christ 3 times. But what happened after? After Christ died, what happened?
He came back strong.
Who did?
Peter.
Peter came back strong. And what else did he do?
He led the church and he taught the gospel. He taught the truth about Christ.
You damn right. He went out to camp. He raised up some brothers, and he fought hard for that loyalty that he did not have that day when he, you know, betrayed or you know, denied Christ, so to speak. Right. But Judas, on the other hand, he went to go kill himself. Right. Committed suicide over some money. You see what I'm saying? And what did Christ do though? Christ forgave Peter. See what I'm saying? That's why he was able to hold that position, to go to camp, to raise up these men. You see what I'm saying? Because he had that mistake that he made, Christ forgave him for that mistake. And he was able to do great things after that. And that's the beautiful thing about the Bible. Christ didn't say, you know, oh, when I see that nigga, when I come back, I'm seeing that nigga on sight. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like Christ didn't be like, yeah, I don't fuck with your mans, man. Who's that nigga, man? Peter? Man, that nigga's he's a mark. You see what I'm saying? Like, who mans is this, man? So lucky, you know what I mean? Like Christ wasn't on bullshit with Peter. You see what I'm saying? He was definitely, you know what I mean? He definitely forgave the brother. See what I'm saying? And the fact that Christ even told him that he was going to do it, and he knew it, like Christ could have shunned him early. He could have shunned him early and be like, yo, you are out of the, you know, you are out of the truth. You see what I'm saying? You can't be around me and these men. You know what I mean? So yeah. I want to say that real quick. That's funny though. Keep going on that. Keep going on that.
Verse 3. One man beareth hatred against another, and doeth he seek pardon from the Lord?
What does that mean? Because that's a question being asked. This question is kind of like sarcasm. Go ahead.
It's like, how can you ask the Lord for forgiveness, but you hate your brother though?
Right.
And you can't forgive him, basically.
And that's a cut. You see what I'm saying? And once again, brothers make mistakes. We make mistakes, sisters make mistakes, but it's about correcting those mistakes. How you know if it's a mistake versus if it's on purpose, no, not perpetual, but on purpose, right? Is if the person keeps doing it, just keeps doing it, and keep doing it. See what I'm saying? A person tricks you and tells you, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro," and they just keep doing it. Now they tripped you, they stumped all over you, they hit you. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know the difference. But you know if a brother made an error or a mistake, and these things happen sometimes. That's why these scriptures are in place for us to forgive each other. If we can't forgive each other, how the hell can we build up a nation? You can't build up a nation if somebody is upset or mad at somebody else. That nigga over there jealous because he got some cleaner shoes than he does. You know what I'm saying? Go to your brother and ask him, hey, this you right here? Oh yeah, this is me. You know what I mean? Hey, if you don't mind, how'd where'd you get the shoes from? Where'd you get that nice garment from? Oh, I went to such and such. You know, matter of fact, I'll pay for it for you. I'll get you fresh like I'm fresh. You know what I mean? I'll help you out. Oh, you stumbling on rent? You need some help? I'll help you pay your rent. You know what I mean? And then when your name comes up, wise words, wise sayings come out about you. No one is throwing dirt on your name, but they're speaking highly of you. And that's the one thing that you should do for every brother and sister. See what I'm saying? And it's true. Speak highly of them. You know what I mean? But those in the world, they need to be corrected. You ain't got to go around, sit around, gossip about them, anything like that. But tell them they are wrong. You ain't got to go to everybody and say, yeah, that nigga in the world, he's a mark, he's homosexual. You ain't got to defraud the man or woman's name. You see what I'm saying? We don't gossip here. We don't spread lies. Gossiping a lot of times is lies. We don't spread lies about other people. We speak facts. Like someone tried to say that when we talk about Christians, we're gossiping. I don't think so. See, I don't think we're gossiping. That man just got locked up because he stole Black and Hispanic people's money. That church over there got caught being homosexual and locking up Black and Hispanics. Innocent Black and Hispanics at that. That's not gossiping. That's front news, my nigga.
Right.
Front news. It's all over the internet. And it's true.
Right.
You see the difference? Keep going.
Verse 4. He showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself, and doeth he acts forgiveness of his own sins.
What does that mean? Give it to me, What does that mean?
He basically is asking for forgiveness for his sins, but isn't willing to show forgiveness to the man who's doing the same thing daily.
Give him that. That's absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole importance, man. Forgiveness is a big part of building a relationship between you and another brother, between you and another sister. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters sometimes get into it, and they have counsels too. Don't just think it's just a man and a woman that's going to counsels. You see what I'm saying? These generals is handling all matter of counsels between brothers and sisters. It can happen. You see what I'm saying? If somebody offends you, it's not just talk about just go to your brother and don't, just keep being evil towards a sister. No, if you offended that sister, if she offended you, take it to counsel. That's what you do. You handle that matter. You see what I'm saying? I even heard cases of where people that are not in the school, end up in a council with somebody in the school. I'm like, God damn, that's amazing. And it builds relationships. It protects, the brothers and the sisters. And it keeps Satan away. Because if you have Satan in the picture, a lot of things can go wrong. You might end up pulling the trigger and killing your own. You might end up fighting your own. You might end up losing a relationship between a brother and a sister. It can happen. So we have to be careful and watch ourselves. And we have to perfect our love for each other. Otherwise, what the hell are we doing?
Right.
See what I'm saying? What the hell are we doing if we ain't perfecting ourselves and perfecting those around us. Show niggas in the world true love and brotherhood. And watch them be confounded. Sometimes they get confounded and shamed to the point where they're like, bro, you're right. I ain't smoking no more. You know what? I ain't gonna talk about our relatives like that no more. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna call him, I'm gonna ride up on him, and nothing bad is gonna happen. I'm just gonna have a conversation with him. That was 5 years ago. That was 10 years ago. I moved all the way to this state because I didn't like this family. I did this because I didn't like this was being said. I'm gonna change my ways because you showed me something that I've never seen before. This can change a person's life. And this is very serious. Whether it's a family, a friend, a stranger, see what I'm saying? You show them true brotherhood and true sisterhood. And that's it. That's the class. All right, with that being said, this is a brotherhood class. Tomorrow you want to check out the biblical law class with Officer Padasa Ayan. Okay? With that being said, Israel, pay your tithes. Shalom. Shalom.